experiment number 2, number 26, distortion. What I love in this script are the photos, and I love that it plays off of, it gives them a chance to kind of reflect on the grammar of the previous experiment. So it says, you know, have you ever spilled water in a picture? What happened to the image? Did it get distorted? What is distortion? And from our last experiment, what do you remember about light? Does light bend? What do we call light bending, refraction? And can atmosphere have an effect on light and the images we see? The answer to all those questions are yes and amen. So I love these images, because you can actually see how like light is distorting the image of the sun and almost making it seem like it is melting into the horizon, when it is actually not. Sunsets, sunrises, sunset, moonrises, and moonsets are excellent opportunities to see distortion. When you see them near the horizon, the sun and the moon look distorted in the most fascinating ways. Their edges may appear jagged, the bottom areas may flatten out or shrink into a pedestal. Air is made of molecules, and those molecules are most densely packed near Earth's surface. This dense, thick atmosphere is what leads to image distortion. So the hypothesis is, what will happen to a drawn circle when you move and tilt a magnifying glass back and forth? So for, again, Kratzer's class, every student will have their own experiment, but every other class will have stations. Every student will have a magnifying glass, I think, or in their stations, they'll have, 2 or 3 to share. I actually need to count that. But they'll get a strip of these 1-inch circles, and what they will observe is when you tilt the magnifying glass and go over them, the circle will be distorted. I'm actually a little too close to this, but you can see like the small, it's even doing it. It's enlarging them. The more the closer you get, it kind of, will bend the light. It'll make it seem like they're elongated or they're stretching out. So they can just kind of play with the light here, but just kind of going back and forth and seeing how the light through the magnifying glass is bending the lines of the circle and elongating them and distorting them. So that is the experiment. I love the part of this printout that's in your tutor binders that says the shape of the circle becomes distorted. That's the analysis. The circle shape changes so much for the same reason as the previous experiment. When light goes through our atmosphere or through the lens of a magnifying glass, it bends and curves. The magnifying glass is the thickest at the edges, so that is where the most distortion will happen. The same goes for the image of the sun as it sets. The thickest part of our atmosphere is close to the ground with horizon, so as the sun sets there, the light is reflected back to our eyes. The light reflected back to our eyes is the most bent, and I think these images are really beautiful. And you can see here the pedestal. You can see here in this one it's creating like a little top hat. This one seems like a pedestal, like it's melting to the sun. This one is almost like convex or concave. I'm not even sure the right way, but so yeah, those are the science experiments. These are the materials you'll be working with, and you can practice your scripts as you want based on your age group, but those are what you can expect to be in your science bins this week.